Let's go live now to the scene where Paul Karwatsky is standing by. Paul, we are seeing these dramatic images of the collapse, all the rubble, all the concrete, the crushed cars. This has got to be a very difficult rescue operation. What's the latest? Good evening. Tomorrow will be a hard day for students at Dawson College. They'll be going back to school for the first time since Wednesday's shootings. Last week, 25-year-old Kimveer Gill, armed with 3 guns, walked into the college, shot and killed 1 student and injured 20 others. Now, there are no actual classes scheduled for tomorrow. Instead, the day will be about helping students as they return, the first step on the road to recovery. Tanya Kriviak reports. And an update now on those at the center of the story. The victims, 7 are still being treated tonight at the Montreal General Hospital. 2 of them do remain in critical condition, but there is some good news. Hospital officials are reporting that both have improved slightly. Well, in other news, a special ceremony was held today at St. Joseph's Oratory to honor the city's firefighters who've passed on. Remembering 33 active and retired firefighters who died this past year, either in the line of duty or of natural causes. You may remember Captain Marcel Marleau. He was one of those who was commemorated today. Marleau died last January in a fire in Montreal North. The father of 2 had 28 years of service with the fire department. A man in his 50s may have had a heart attack while driving his car this afternoon, causing an accident on L'Angelier Boulevard in St. Leonard. Quick checking with weather now, and not a bad day out there today, Frank.
Todd, we made it up to 22, a little bit cooler than anticipated.
Finally for us tonight, in case you haven't heard, a Quebecer is the next Canadian Idol.
The next Canadian Idol is Eva Avila.
19-year-old Eva Avila of Gatineau, Quebec, was crowned the new Canadian Idol queen tonight, beating out her rival, 16-year-old Craig Sharp of Newfoundland. About 4 million Canadians in all voted. Avila won by 130,000 votes. She now gets a record contract with Sony BMG Music. At 9, sitting in for Tarah Schwartz. Thanks for joining us. Leanne Castellino is standing by with Sports Night.
Good evening, I'm Tarah Schwartz.
And I'm Todd Vanderhayden. Work crews began tearing down the rest of the De la Concorde overpass in Laval today, 1 week after its collapse. There's no question that Quebec's roads and bridges are in need of major cash investment. One solution could be toll booths. There are reports the City of Montreal is considering tolls on all bridges and tunnels onto the island. Now, the city would have to get provincial permission first. Today, Quebec's transport minister told CTV News that his government is not looking at the idea, but Laval's mayor says it might well give us some better roads. A dramatic scene outside of Quebec City last night at a bar where police raided it and arrested dozens of teenagers. More than 700 people were at the Palladium in Sainte-Foy when police arrived. 60 of them were underage, most between the ages of 16 and 17. The owners of the club could face a hefty fine here. They claim their doorman did check the ID of each and every customer, but say that many kids these days carry fake IDs. More than 80 police officers participated in this operation.
No doubt it was a gorgeous day to get out there and be active today, but when it comes to exercise and obesity in Quebec, the statistics are pretty grim.
In fact, only about a third of us are considered to be active, and worst, almost half of us are overweight or even obese. So today, a strategy to try and change that. Annie DeMelt has more. Well, it is a beautiful day out there, and as we move over to entertainment now, this is a great weekend to check out a special show at the Old Port. It's designed for all of you out there with a green thumb. Nadine, what can we expect?
And women with optimistic attitudes. Max.
Nothing to complain about in front of me.
Randy's here, as you probably just heard. We'll be back with sports in a moment.
Stay with us.
Good evening, I'm Todd Vanderhayden.
And I'm Tarah Schwartz. A St. Lambert couple was attacked in their home overnight, targeted by 2 thieves.
A bizarre attack here. 2 men burst into the home, pepper sprayed the couple, then tied them up and took off with some cash. Derek Carlin joins us now from the newsroom. Derek, this is the 5th home invasion in Longueuil so far this year. What are police saying about it? At least 4 people have been killed on Quebec Road so far this holiday weekend. A 15-year-old cyclist was hit by a car in the Morrissey region on Friday night. Then a motorcyclist was killed in the Beauce last night near Saint-Frédéric. Also last night, north of Montreal in Blainville, a 24-year-old man was killed. He lost control of his car. It rolled several times before falling into a ditch. And up in Quebec City, a 22-year-old man was killed on Zouvallon. He also lost control of his car. It flipped several times and then smashed into a railing.
The annual Black and Blue Party starts in just a few hours at the Olympic Stadium for gay and straight people alike.
This is a huge circuit party. It has its share of critics who accuse it of promoting drug use. Still, thousands of tourists are in town for one of Montreal's biggest events.
But as Annie DeMelt explains, because of last-minute budget cuts, organizers are worried about the future.
Thanks, Laura. We're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, though, the message is clear. Canada says more troops are needed in Afghanistan, and it wants them to come from other countries.
Last year, we did not have an Indian summer here in Montreal. Not that this is Indian summer, but
Brian sounded very excited.
Well, it was very
wild
exciting.
even.
Yes, exactly.
We're back in a moment. Stay with us.